Can we bend the rules to the game of life? Hello, I'm Thomas, and welcome to my channel. I do educational videos and books and articles and courses, and I specialize in Tree of Life. This diagram here, it's got 10 circles that are numbered 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then there's an abyss here, and then there's a 0 above the tree. So a total of 12 different categories. These are really a diagram of the categories of our faculties of consciousness. And then I've added to the model by superimposing a little tree onto each one of the spheres, each one of the categories. So a total of 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, and so on for a total of 144 different fractal faculties, what do I call stages of life. Now, those stages are not, as you might think, they would be chronological stages, but they really are dramatic stages. So different dramatic situations that we find ourselves in life, and that's 144 of them. If you would like a free annotated copy of the list of 144 fractal faculties, just click the link below and I'll send you out a free copy. Now, just in the short version of each one of the 12, we have the 10th sphere. It's about animal consciousness, survival of the fittest, survival instinct, fight or flight response. And then we have the 9th sphere. Domestic consciousness is what we get growing up in the home. We basically are super receptive to our caregivers, and we learn what they do, we memorize what they do, and we imitate what they do. Then at the 8th sphere, this is about the public sphere, whereas this is domestic sphere. This is out in public. This is the experts and the conventional wisdom. And these are the people that tell you what to believe, and you believe it, and you act upon it, and you rationalize it. So this is kind of our logical faculty and our belief systems of the institutions. Now, this is for people who kind of dissent from this, and they go over here and they exercise their creative spark, their creative faculties, their inspiration, their pleasure principle, and they come up with alternatives to this. So artistic expressions and also inventions come in here. And then the inspiration also allows us to tilt up into the higher spheres, because the inspiration is 1%. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. So moving up here, this gives us the spark, the 1%. And then the 99% is the work that we have to do to rise up to the 6th sphere, which is where our free will faculty is, our ability to make decisions and to pay attention. And in particular, you know where you're at the 6th sphere when the prospect of doing it scares the crap out of you, and you want to come up with any type of excuse to avoid doing it. But then after you're finished, you feel great. You're so glad that you challenged yourself, and you've shown that you could stand in the face of fear. And that evolves further as we go to 6 and 5, but the 6th sphere is our sense of justice, in particular karma. What comes around goes around. As you sow, so shall you reap. And so there we have the enforcement of the natural law, whereas at the 4th sphere we have the articulation of the natural law that a lot of times comes in a cosmology, a big fat book that tells you how all the different things work, all the different cycles of time, how they all fit together, kind of like the Tao. Okay, then this is the abyss, and this is for psychic powers, our ability to tune in to omens, to recognize omens, and to act upon omens, along with things like telekinesis and any other kind of wild thing that human beings can do. Those are all covered by the psychic powers. Then the third sphere is omnipotence, all powerful, particularly through sound power, synchronization of sound. Second sphere is all knowing or wisdom, in particular, our ability to solve problems. First sphere is about everything at once, omnipresence, and this is the all. And then above the tree is the zero, and that is really everything that's not included in the all. So that would be nothing, or something that is outside the universe that precedes it, or I don't know about precedes it, but it's what the part of the universe that the creator reserves for itself. So the creator knows about it, but we don't. We only can access it indirectly. And we do that through incredible stillness. Okay, now the question for today was, can we bend the rules to the game of life? Now this is stage number 101, and this relates to the third sphere, and it relates to the sixth fractal of the third sphere. So the sixth sphere is about our free will faculty, ability to pay attention and make decisions, and to act in the face of fear. And then the third sphere is omnipotence. So this is all powerful, having to do with synchronization of sound. So this is really the combination of the sixth sphere and the third sphere. Now, I believe the last video I did was stage number 57, which is actually the third fractal of the sixth sphere. So this is the reverse or the inverse of that. We looked at that one, was called vigilance over thought. So that was the third fractal of the sixth sphere, vigilance over thought. So you might want to go back and review that one. That is the inverse of the one we're doing here today, number 101, answering the question, how can we bend the rules to the game of life? And number 101 is called anything humanly possible. Stage number 101 is about manifesting incredible superhuman power through synchronization, affording us the potential to do the impossible given optimal conditions. Omnipotence disclaimer. Activating anything humanly possible includes the ability to choose to surrender to the rules of the divine power, permitting the creator, the higher self, to manifest in the world. At this point, we are bent on accomplishing our divine missions, our own individual contributions to the divine plan that are each a synthesis of all our special qualities, skills, resources, and experiences, and an elimination or transcendence of our inherited negative qualities and conditionings, along with a continuous, ongoing surrender to the divine, optimized or synchronized at the fertile period in the wave. We must die to the personal mundane goals. The world must cease to hold pleasures and a sense of awe or wonder, to focus on a mission we cultivate year after year after year. For the benefit of the whole world, we did not make up the mission. We discovered it. It was already there. We are able to fulfill our divine mission to the extent that we are able to accomplish anything humanly possible. though to observers it may appear totally impossible and superhuman. But it is still quite within the genetic constraints of human. Omnipotence doesn't mean we can do anything. Anything humanly possible does not mean anything's humanly possible. Only anything we can visualize, anything we have seen accomplished by others, and only on our own day in the sun. The fixed point of maximum slope between cycles that is necessary for full-blown creativity. Synchronizing the fertile period. There is an intrinsic time for performing all activities, including microastrology, within hour-to-hour circadian cycles or 3-hour Taoist cycles, day-to-day natural cycles on the map, daily around and around 6, 9, 5, 8, 4, 7, 3, Sunday through Saturday, and hourly starting at dawn from the day of the sphere of the day of the week that you're starting. Start with that number and count up. So you count up as you go through the hours, and you count down as you go through every other day. Count up, the days count down if you skip every other day. Start at sphere 6 on Sunday at dawn and cycle up through the spheres 24 times per week. Dawn of each day will begin at the number of the sphere of each day. Living in accordance with this gives us the path of least resistance. And then with the Taoist cycles, we have 3-hour cycles that start again at dawn. And they go in the order of 4, 6, 5, 8, 2, 9, 3, 7 by spheres. So starting at dawn, first 3 hours are 4, the next 3 hours are 6, the next 3 hours are 5, and so on to 8, 2, 9, 3, 7. Accepting, imposing, harmonizing with the limitations of structure, the golden ratio, anything humanly possible, anything we have seen accomplished by others, but only after intense, prolonged preparation, including low-impact hard cardio for discipline and austerity, meditation, fasting, and/or fruit at high doses, and CBD and/or THC for creativity, inspiration, and medicine, and only on our own moment in the sun, the fertile period, synchronized, choreographed at the maximum slope of the sine wave, the one moment per cycle of creativity must be perfectly timed. We have prepared, we have calculated when and where all of the signs are in our favor. Now we must let go of all of these memories, all the time, effort, and planning that went into putting ourselves into the right place at the right time, and seize the moment right now. Anything humanly possible. So, can we bend the rules to the game of life? We don't bend the rules. We surrender to the rules, but we move out of the jurisdiction where the rules apply. Okay, that is stage number 101. Anything humanly possible. 6th fractal of the 3rd sphere. And if any of that was confusing in terms of the days of the week and the hours of the day, you can go back and look at my other video there that is about microastrology. And stay tuned for future videos from me on the Tree of Life. Again, send away, click the button, click the link below, and I will send you a free copy of the all 144 of the Fractal Faculties Annotated. That gives you a good kind of baseline to listen to these videos, because then you can compare and contrast and look at some of the other ones if you're curious, because I'm rolling these out pretty slowly. It's going to take a while to get all 144 of them done. But gradually, as you start to fill in the numbers, you can start to kind of see how the patterns all form and how there's agreement between, you know, different spheres and with different fractals and so on. So click the link below to get that. Otherwise, like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Okay, thank you.